Hello there. How are you? So it's Easter weekend and I've been off with the kids, which has been really, really, really lovely. Nice to just spend some quality time. The weather in the UK here has been wonderful. So we were all happy and we've eaten way too much chocolate. So today I wanted to chat a little bit about the title we give ourselves. My throat just went then. The title we give ourselves, or the labels that we give ourselves, and how they can be restrictive. So I was sent this amazing egg. Look at this. How cool is that? So this is from Evelyn Day. She's one of my members, and she joined my hub membership, which is our hub platform, is where we help people make art their living. And I remember Evelyn finding us, and she said, "I'm a chocolate artist. Do you think that your hub would help?" And I was like, "I have no doubt it will help. We don't have any other chocolate artists, but you're welcome to join us." Anyway, she joined, and she's like phenomenal. She makes these huge sculptures out of chocolate. Like, they're just insane, intricate. She's done like London skyline and iconic buildings. And in fact, there's an interview. I will put the link. She's on. Hello, Evelyn. Just talking about you. So I can see Evelyn's tuned in today. And so I'm going to eat this now. I've had this a while. This egg that Evelyn sent me, and the egg, it's this beautiful, beautiful abstract paint work. But it's really interesting to me how Evelyn is bringing the term artist to chocolate. So she is a chocolate artist, and I just love that. And I love how she's made this amazing abstract egg that when my kids saw it, they went, "Can we actually eat that?" And it got me really, this egg sent my brain on a complete tangent. And in fact, Evelyn's got an interview, and I've just, oh no, I haven't put it into the comments. Let me put it into the comments. So Evelyn has an interview on our website. So if you want to go and read about Evelyn and her journey as a chocolate artist, I'm going to pop it into the comments, and you can go and have a read. And also, she's just got an order for iPhones. So she's been turning chocolate into iPhones. And Evelyn did join our hub, and I'm so glad that she did, because she's used the 7 keys, which is the framework that I teach. And she's had, I think she 3 times her financial goal in the month of March. So amazing, amazing, amazing celebration for you, Evelyn. And it just got me thinking about this whole concept of labeling ourselves. And sometimes, I remember Evelyn finding us saying, I work with chocolate. Is that going to apply to me? And I see this in other people as well. And I've seen it throughout art school, throughout my own life, where sometimes we put labels on ourselves, or we're trying to put labels on ourselves. And I remember when I was very, very lost as a young adult, and I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I remember trying to pigeonhole myself into all the things that I like to do. So maybe I'm supposed to be an events coordinator because I loved organizing events. Maybe I'm supposed to be an admin person. Maybe I would like to go into marketing. Maybe I want to be an artist. Maybe I want to be this. And I just remember always trying to find a term, a title that I could fit into, because I was so desperate to try and find out who I was. What am I supposed to do? And I remember giving myself all these different titles and then looking at what I'd need to do to train to be that person. Okay, if I want to do events, I'm going to have to go and do this events degree and learn all about that. And if I want to, I've done so many courses. I've done web design courses. I've tried to find like so many different things to pigeonhole myself into, because I was desperate to just say, I'm Michelle and I'm this. And I could never find who I was or what I was. And I remember feeling so lost without that. Like, what am I? What's my purpose? I remember feeling like that so many times. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know who I am. What jobs do I go for? Because I don't know. I don't know what I'm good at. And gosh, I remember for years I kept trying to put a title against myself. And I remember when I set up a LinkedIn profile, I had no idea what title to put. And I remember spending weeks and months trying to think, what am I? Who am I? And it's really interesting now because what's happened to me now is a few years ago, I stopped trying to put a title against myself. And I just then decided to just follow what I enjoy and see where it takes me. And it was as simple as that sounds. It was one of the most liberating things I've ever done as a person, because I always used to try and put a title against myself, and I wanted to know who I am so I could just focus on what it is that I am or who I am. And as soon as I stopped doing that, and I went down this road of just doing what I love and just following, seeing where it takes me, what then happened was I have ended up doing all the things that I love, and they've all come together as one. And I still don't have a title. I'm just Michelle who set up United Art Space. That's what I call myself. And what's interesting though is I've brought all these things together. So I have, sorry, I got the kids here. Come in. I'm just live on a video, Isaac.
Mommy,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the passcode on my laptop, but it isn't working.
Okay. Could you set up the other one? I'll be down in 2 minutes.
But I can't. It's out of battery.
Oh, is it?
I'm charging.
Just come and say hello a minute, because I'm live. Look, all these people are watching. Look, say hello. Say happy Easter.
Happy.
Right, go downstairs and I'll be there in 2 minutes, okay? Okay? Okay, give me 2 minutes. Go on, I'll be 2 minutes. Working with the kids here. What was I saying? Can't remember. What I was saying was, yes, now I feel like everything that I used to try and pigeonhole myself into has come together in one thing. Like running United Art Space, I do events and I do everything that I love, and I'm still an artist, and I get to make and I get to teach and I get to, for ages I was looking at counselling because I wanted to help people. And so all the things that were like muddled up for years have come together. Now I released what it is that I wanted to do. It's so strange how it's all come together in one thing. Like I've chosen all the best bits of everything that I wanted to be. And I didn't need a degree in every single one that I used to think. If I wanted to do events, I'd have to go and get a degree and study and do this and do that. And I do it in my own way. I create events in my own way and I do them and they're great. And so I just wanted to bring this today to say that sometimes when you release...
I can do my passcode now.
Yay, you got it. Yay, I'm so happy. He's figured it out, bless him. Oh gosh, it's hard to do these when you've got ADHD and a kid coming in and out. Okay, so keep going, Michelle, keep going. So yeah, it got me thinking. Anyway, this is how my brain works. This egg took my whole brain on a tangent of how we label ourselves sometimes. And I share this because, one, it's helped me since I let the labels go, since I let titles go and all of that, and just actually follow what I enjoy. Follow what you enjoy and find a way of connecting it with people in some way. And I share this: find your voice, find your people. And I share this to artists, but it's what's worked for me. I literally find my voice as a person, as an artist, and have used that to set up United Art Space and found my people, found you. And it's just so liberating when you just let some things go. There are some exceptions to the rule, as always. I'm just sitting here shaking this egg around. there are exceptions to the rule where I do think titles work. And sometimes I remember in art school, I chose the fine art route, but I loved surface pattern. There was this massive divide between design and fine art. And if you've been to art school, you might know about this divide and the different faculties and how they all see each other so differently. And I went the fine art route, but I really loved surface pattern and I wanted to bring surface pattern into fine art. And they were just like, no, you leave design over there. We do something very different. And it was so hard. And on reflection now, I kind of get it, because they wanted us to focus in a direction. And I think when you have that direction, you go deep. But also, I think there's something to be said for just not having the rules, not having the restrictions, and just opening up your world, your ideas. So yes, I thought I'd share that with you, because it's one of the biggest things that's helped me as a person design the life that I want to live, has definitely come from releasing any title. I don't have a job title. I just do what I love. And I can't actually believe I'm sitting here saying that today, because it was very different years ago when I was so lost as a person. And as an artist as well, I see this happening with people, and they try and find, what artist am I? What kind of artist am I? And where do I fit? And again, I think sometimes it has its advantages when you kind of know some of the wording or terminology to be able to describe yourself. You can find where you fit, but also it can be damaging when you are labeling yourself and putting those shackles and the ties to what you've said you are. There's something to be said for just freeing yourself and going on that journey. So I don't know if that's going to help anyone. That's my random tangent thoughts of the day. A bit random, because I think I've got the kids here and my brain is a bit all over the place. But I hope that just plants a seed in someone, as it did for me years ago, when I realized that I needed to stop trying to label myself. And in doing that, I've just given myself so much freedom as a person to just grow into all the things that I love and combine them and just be who I am. And I believe that that's possible for everybody. So yeah, if you are finding that you are pigeonholing yourself or tying yourself to something and you're feeling chained, then maybe it's time to just let that title go. I'm going to jump into the comments now and say hello to you all. Hello, Angie, Sarah, Susie, Nikki, David, Nish, hello. Oh, wow, Janine has had snow and sun. Wow, and do you know, it was forecast to snow today, and I just didn't believe it, but you've had the snow. It's really sunny here. I hope it doesn't snow here. Also, I have to mention that we've got the Your Art Matters event starting on the 16th. I'm going to pop that link in the comments now. So from the 16th, it's our 5th birthday. So it's the 5th birthday of United Art Space online. And we're going to have a week of fun, inspiring talks, people coming in, sharing their stories with you. And we've also got our first ever magazine being released on the 16th, which we've been working on behind the scenes, and it's full of lovely interviews and inspiration pages that you can cut out. So we'll be giving a copy of that away for free as well for the birthday. So I've put the link in the bottom if you'd like to sign up to join in on the 16th onwards. It's on for 7 days. You are very welcome to join in the celebrations. Hello. Oh, it's lovely to see you here. Hello, Colin. Snowy there as well. That's just crazy. I know we talk about the weather, but it's really interesting because in the UK, we literally had 22-degree heat and now it's snowing. Like, do you know anywhere else that does that? It just boggles my mind. How can that be? Maybe it does happen everywhere else. I don't know. But it's been a long time since I've been. Wow, Evelyn said it's actually 4 times. So she created a budget for March, and she 4 times the amount of her goal, which is amazing. Well done, Evelyn. And she has been committed to the 7 keys and the hub, so well done, it's paying off. Jill of all trades. Oh, hey Joe. I think your advice and inspiration goes much further than chocolate and art. I work in the NHS and so much of it is applicable. Oh, thank you, Joe. You're very welcome. That's really nice to say. Thank you. I know I'm jack of all trades. Yeah, that's how I used to feel. Like I just flitted from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. But it's that amazing quote that Steve Jobs says that you have to trust that all the dots will add up eventually into the big picture of your life. You know, all the random things that seem random. It's so true. I remember Steve Jobs saying this, that he quit business school and disappointed his family and then stumbled miserably into this typography class and just thought, I just feel like just doing something completely different, and did the typography class, and people kept saying, what's that going to do? Where's that going to take you? And he just did it because he felt like doing it. And then years and years later, when he developed Apple, and the font for Apple was what he learnt in that class. I'll never forget that story. And it all seemed very random and very pointless years before, but it all contributed towards something later. And I feel like that's happening for me now. Like everything that seemed random and all the random things that I did and felt like I was going nowhere and I kept giving up. But everything that I did is coming together in what I do now. So yes, you can make a living doing what you love. I used to be really skeptical. I can't speak today. Skeptical. I'm just making up words now. Skeptical. I used to be skeptical because I was always brought up to think that that wasn't possible. You know, I come from a really working class background, council estates, where people were really quite miserable and didn't have anything, and it seemed like things that other people did that were amazing just would never happen to anyone like me, and that you have to work hard to be miserable. And that's what my beliefs were for a long time. And then it was only when I came onto the online world and started to see Beth Kempton. She has a business called Do What You Love for Life. And I remember just coming across that term going, what? And Carrie Green, female of the entrepreneurs, I can't speak today, Female Entrepreneur Association. And she has the same view of doing things that you love and finding your strengths. And I followed those two people for a long time. And I've seen it happen with what they do, and I've done it myself. And I know it's possible for you as well. It really is. It really is. I can see everyone saying hi to my son. He's funny. He makes me laugh. Karen said, I had to retire from the NHS through ill health at the age of 54 and have felt lost without that purpose. So only just recently I've described myself as retired with hobbies, and I feel that is enough. Yes, it's so difficult when you are used to being a busy person and have to learn to adapt to a much slower pace of life, not by choice. Yeah, I've got this happening to a friend right now. She might be listening because my best friend listens to my Monday Lives. And she's going through exactly this, where she's going through some change, potential change, and she's scared because she, like you, just won't have that purpose anymore. And I can see she's thinking, what will I be? Who will I be? What will what will I say I am? And it's really frightening. So yeah, but I love that. Retired with hobbies. That sounds delightful. Yeah, Kath's been in my community for such a long time. I found Michelle's advice applies in life and whatever you do. Hey, Susan, I've spent the best part of my life so far not knowing what I wanted to do. Now I'm 60. I'm trying to focus on my dream. Not knowing is so frustrating. It is, isn't it? I felt frustrated for years. When you focus on just the things that you love, I think it will all come together for you, Susan. And yeah, go for it. Yeah, Beth, fine art and design were so different and so alien to each other where I was. And you couldn't even talk about it. It was crazy. They literally just said you've got to choose one or the other, and that's it. I'm just going back to the comments. Oh, Trisha, gosh, thank you so much. I've done this all my life, trying to pigeonhole myself into something specific. Yep. I see it. I see it in myself, and I see it in my friends and all the artists that I work with as well. When they start to try and when people are thinking about joining the hub, they're like, I'm this, I'm that. Will it work? Like Evelyn. Um, and it's that sense of just wanting to belong and will it work for me? And what I find is when a lot of people join the hub, actually, they just start finding what it is they really want to do and then just go on a path and lose all the labels that they thought they came in with. So it's nice to see. Let me just see. Ah, Catherine took the surface pattern route. Our divide was between surface pattern and fashion. Ah, so you had divides within the design industry. I definitely didn't want to go into fashion. I still wonder where I fit. And do you know what? This is the thing. I still wonder where I fit. And that is the thing, Catherine. For me anyway, I'm just speaking for myself here. You know, everyone's going to have a different view on this, but from myself, I stopped wondering where I fit, and I stopped it. And I wonder whether that would help you, because do we need to fit in one or the other? Because I see sometimes the benefits of doing that, but then I see massive benefits by not. And what happens if you fuse both of them? And what happens if you don't follow the surface pattern rule and the fashion rule and you just do something crazy and you stand on your own 2 feet and just be whoever it is that you are? And then you learn from finding your voice, then who your people are, like who is going to be interested and also inspired by what you're doing and what you're talking about. And ever since I've uttered these words, find your voice, find your people, it eliminates where do I fit, because you concentrate on what it is about fashion, what it is about surface pattern, and what it is that you love, and all the things that make you as a person, and all the experiences that you've had over the years, the typography class, the web design, the hair. You know, I've done so many things, and they've all started to come together now in who I am, and what I'm producing is everything that I've learned and experienced. And I think that as an artist is incredible when you start to lose that where do I fit, and you just become you and your experiences and your voice, your own voice. And then you find who this connects with. And that's what makes us all unique and incredible artists. So I wonder whether maybe you don't fit in either of those. Maybe you're Catherine Wheatley, an artist in your own right. That's what I like to think. So hopefully that helps. Hello, Sari. So that's me completely. I've done so many courses, love them all. My creativity and artistic talent have always come through. Yay. Hello, Stacey. Hello, Les. Donna's tuning in from Australia. Lovely to see you. Paula, I haven't done anything for months, but that doesn't mean I'm giving up. My art is still there. Yay. That's right, Paula. Yes, you can take the foot off the pedal. Absolutely. I've taken big chunks of time out, and I think they're important. I think it's really good to just stop sometimes. I have a friend right now who's traveling with his family, and he's just taken the foot off the pedal and he's getting a bit nervous. But again, what I was just saying about life experiences, he's getting a bit nervous because he's thinking I should be on the go all the time. And I said, but what you're experiencing right now is priceless. You're spending time with your kids and you're learning how to take time out, which a lot of people can't do. So when you go back into work where he works with parents, I said, you're going to be able to help these parents significantly because you've actually been able to take time out and go traveling and do something crazy with your kids, which a lot of people don't dare do. So again, it's all the dots adding up to you having that experience. I'm sure you'll be able to help the parents that you help in the future. So it's really interesting. And yes, taking that time out, I think opens up space to be more creative, to connect again, to it's just needed, isn't it? It's needed. When we're constantly going, there's no space for creativity. So yeah, don't feel guilty for that. I'm giving myself advice here as well as I speak because I'm not great at taking time back and out. Um, oh, you're welcome, Katie. Yay, Megan made a live. Wonderful. Oh, gosh, sleeting outside, but it was really nice. Snow where you are. Unbelievable. Ah, Karen, makes complete sense. I've been too busy looking at other artists and thinking I should be more versatile in what I paint rather than what makes my heart sing. Yes. And looking at other artists thinking they're the same as me. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And no, it's in here, isn't it? Yes. Yay, everyone's excited about the magazine. Me too. I can't wait to share it with you. Oh, well, Joe, you live where I am, and I haven't seen any snow. I've not been out this morning. Hey, Susie, I think our whole lives are about putting people into boxes. Yes, giving them labels, and it's so restrictive. I've eventually decided to just be me. Yeah, it's the best way. And I think there's sometimes usefulness. I literally have no vocabulary today. When we sometimes we need labels, sometimes we need the title. It's to make sense of things, isn't it? So sometimes they serve a purpose. Sometimes if we want to focus on something, it's quite good to label ourselves. Like, I am this. I'm going to focus on this. And maybe it's just a temporary thing and it's just to give us that focus. Sometimes they have benefits, but they can be so restrictive, especially for artists. And yeah, just be you. I love that. Just be you and just try and drop the labels. Um, Jules is getting stuck into Instagram and Facebook after this to sort my selling life out. Well, good for you. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Oh, it happens everywhere. And Mega's in Australia and it happens there. I'll stop moaning. Lee, I've been very conflicted recently in terms of my own branding. This has helped. Good. And one thing to remember as well when you are branding is nothing is fixed either. Oh, this is something I've learned because I think you can get so hung up on branding and who am I and what should, this be? And you can change it, you can evolve and move. And so don't get, this isn't just to you, Lee. I'm just saying this as another thing that I remember learning is to just get going and learn by doing. Some people can get so hung up on their logo and the name, and I'm speaking from experience here where I've bought so many domains and I've spent so many days and weeks trying to get all that right first, and then you start doing what you're doing and you realize that it wasn't right in the first place. It was just a complete waste of time spending all that money on domains and all that time thinking. So sometimes we just learn by doing. Oh, I struggle with labels, but yeah, maybe you don't need the labels. Why? I think, why do you need them? Yeah, why do you need them? Maybe you don't need them. Stacey's having problems watching the video. Nobody else has, I don't think, Stacey. Maybe you've got some block on your phone. So Donna says, I'm 47 and my dots haven't joined up yet. So I think for me, they, I think everyone's different, aren't they? And it can happen at any time in your life. And for me, the dots started adding up when I just let go and when I stopped searching and I just started to look at what I love, and I started to design my own life and I learned how to do that. And that's when everything started to add up. When I really tapped into what it is that I really love, what is it that I really want to spend my day doing. And when I started to do that and I started to write a list of all the things that I didn't want to do, and I didn't want to be employed, I didn't want to be told that I have to sit at a computer. And if I don't feel quite right, I have no choice. I've still got to sit there. And oh, being told I have to be here and I've got to leave at this certain time. I just didn't want that in my life. And so then I knew the opposite of that was I wanted flexibility and I wanted freedom and I wanted to work when I felt my best. And as simple, as that sounds, that's what started to put me on the path of setting up United Art Space, was getting really clear on that. And instead of trying to find jobs that fit that, I kind of just created it myself from learning from Beth and Carrie that you can actually do that. So, and then everything started to fall into place. But sometimes I think the dots do add up. Maybe when you really look back, Donna, and you write a timeline of your life, you'll start to see how things do connect, possibly. I don't know. It's different for everybody. Oh, Elle, my first time, but feel I need motivation to get my paints out and to do something. I don't know what to do. Me and my friends used to meet up before lockdown. We hired a room and chatted and painted and ate biscuits. I miss it so much. Oh, it's horrible when you've had something like that taken away. And just think, get your paints out and start with a dot. Put a dot on the page and see what you can make with the dot. Start there. We've got a freebie on our website called 7 Days of Inspiration. So you might want to go and check out the website, Elle, and maybe that will help you. Yay, Tanya feels like that as well. Yay, Stacey's been on such a journey, and 43, and just at the start of the journey, I set out 5 years ago. Yeah, and she's had an incredible, incredible journey. Stacey's really finding her voice, her passions, her strengths, and you can see it now as she's really changed a lot over the years. But again, it was finding herself. Sometimes you've got to keep trying things to find yourself, and everything that you try, you can see with everything that Stacey's tried, she's taken a little bit from that and brought it to the next thing and the next thing, and now she's creating something incredible and finding her voice as an artist and helping a community and connecting with people and spreading her knowledge on, and has these amazing connections with people now, and she's just never given up. So okay, I'm going to head now, and if I've missed any comments, I will come back and I will check in a few days' time. So if you want to take part in the Your Art Matters event, which I'm really excited to bring to you all, it's going to be a week of fun, inspiration. We're going to reflect back on the last 5 years as well, and it's going to be really nice and nostalgic. So that starts on the 16th. So have a wonderful week, everybody. If you are a Hub member, I will be live on Thursday, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A session, so you can ask me anything. So that will be on Thursday. So have a wonderful week, everybody. And remember to drop those labels if you feel they're restricting you, and just be yourself. Just be yourself. And maybe you don't have to fit in. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.